Internet, it's Katie. I'm here today to dissect a very touchy subject when it comes to the average teenage girl, which is teenage boys. And so, since I am fairly educated on high school boys, considering I am now a high school senior, so I've been through freshman boys, sophomore boys, junior boys, I've formulated a little guide, if you will, on how to deal with them. Not necessarily how to go after them, not necessarily how to stay away from them, but some happy medium in between, I suppose. I came up with some tips for you guys because I have had my fair share of mess-ups, screw-ups, and embarrassing moments pertaining to boys, and I want to make sure you guys don't make those same mistakes. I feel like my role on the internet, like my place in society on YouTube, is making the mistakes so you guys don't have to. So I made a little bit of a manual, if you will, on how to deal with high school boys. I'm pretty sure I did film this video with a couple of friends, like last Halloween time, so I guess this is kind of like a continuation of that. I guess we'll put that one to rest and start with this one. So I want to start out with social media, because social media is a huge element of today's society. There are some do's and don'ts when it comes to that relating to boys. So we're going to start out with the Twitter sphere. Number one, don't subtweet about your ex-boyfriend, about anything negative pertaining to guys, because they will get pissed off. Don't be that girl that's constantly subtweeting about some boy. Like, it's really petty, and I mean, trust me, I've been there, I've done it before. I know now, looking back, I was just an idiot. Your problems will not be solved by you ranting and bringing other people down via Twitter. You'll just lose followers, A, if that's something that bothers you, and B, you'll lose the respect of people. When the guy's with his friends, he's just gonna be like, oh my gosh, look, this girl's still subtweeting about me, and he'll get like gratification from it. Don't subtweet about boys, no matter how awful they are to you. It's just letting them win. Maybe if it's positive, go ahead, subtweet all you want. Don't be annoying about it, of course. Like, there's other Twitter rules I'm not gonna get into, like, you know, keeping the peace and stuff, but definitely don't negatively subtweet. Been there, done that, not a good idea. If you're going after a guy via social media, which I don't think is necessarily like the only place where you should talk to a guy or like go after a guy, almost like flirt. You should not just flirt over the internet. Like, that's, I mean, it's kind of like a stepping stone into actually like flirting in real life. You shouldn't keep it all to the Twitter. That being said, definitely if there's a boy and you follow him on Twitter, or maybe you don't, I definitely follow him, because like, what's the harm in that? Go to his tweets, and not the tweets like that are specifically like something that doesn't pertain to you at all, but say the guy tweets something about like a band you like, a safe subject I suppose, and then just favorite it, especially if it's something like pretty general. The guy won't really think much of it, but then he'll be like, oh, Katie favorited my tweet. It kind of just gets your name out there and gets the guy thinking like, oh, this girl, she likes what I have to say, and guys really like it when the girl likes what he has to say, you know. Don't be creepy about it, of course. Don't favorite like 6 tweets in a row or anything stupid like that, but definitely if you want to get a guy's attention on Twitter, favorite his tweets. If you're feeling really rebellious, you can retweet it. I've definitely done it in the past where I just favorite a couple of guys' tweets, and then voila, you get a text from him, and then there you go. Go on with your life. Don't do anything stupid just to impress people. I mean, that applies to real life as well, but definitely not online. Like, it's just not worth it, especially because it'll probably come to bite you in the butt later on. So be selective about what you tweet. Switching gears into the real life boy interactions, not just online. My #1 rule when it comes to high school boys is don't settle. Say this guy comes along, he tells you what you want to hear. He tells you, oh, you're pretty, oh, I really like you, oh, this and that. I know it's very easy to be like, oh, he likes me, so that means I'm gonna like him. Like, don't force anything. If you don't feel the same way, then you're just putting yourself in a really tough position to be with this guy, because it's going to be a constant struggle of thinking, oh, I really don't like him, I don't like him, I don't like him, I want to break up with him, but I don't want to hurt his feelings. You know, it's just like a lot of drama that you don't have to deal with if you are just honest with yourself. Do not settle for the first person who comes into your life, because Mr. Right will come when he is meant to. Don't settle for someone else just because you are like, oh, all my friends have boyfriends, so then I need to have a boyfriend, you know, that sort of thing. I've gone my whole high school career without a solid boyfriend, and I am doing pretty okay. I gotta say that. Like, I mean, sure, I'd be lying if I said that I don't feel kind of like sad about it sometimes, that I don't have someone else. But honestly, it's a lot of fun being single, because, I mean, I'm not saying like I'm a major flirt or anything, that's definitely not how it is. A lot of times, like in relationships, the guy can be kind of controlling. My dad says this all the time, like, high school boys in general aren't mature until they're 25, or like, I guess it's kind of like a random number my dad just says, but guys are mature in high school. We are light years ahead of them maturity-wise, so definitely, I mean, cut them some slack. Some of them are going to be absolute sissies and you have to deal with it, but don't settle for the guys who are just meatheads. Is that a word? Only have one thing on the mind, like don't settle for those type of people. There are gentlemen out there, as much as I like to say on Twitter and just in general that chivalry is dead. Chivalry still exists. In the nooks and crannies of your town, you will find someone who will treat you right. Don't settle for anything less than what you deserve, which is the best. There's the constant struggle between, do I text him first or do I let him text me first? I struggle with this myself because there's nothing worse than feeling like you're bugging someone else. Guys tell me all the time, my guy friends tell me all the time that they love being texted first. If you really want to talk to a guy, text him. It's not that hard, just text him. If you can tell that he's getting annoyed with you or something of that sort, then he is not worth it, okay? He's not worth your time if he gets annoyed from getting attention. And then also, people think, oh, I can't respond right away, then he'll think I'm desperate, whatever. Honestly, it does not matter. You guys are thinking way too hard about this. If you want to talk to someone, talk to them. That is my whole mindset. Yeah, you don't want to be obsessive and text him 10 times a day, but I don't think there's anything wrong with being the one to text first. Also, good morning text. If you're in the stage where you think you're talking to a guy or like he shows interest back, I wouldn't do it to just some random guy, but if some guy like shows interest in you, then definitely go with the good morning text. It gets him every time. Overall, just be yourself. Think about it. I'm 17 years old, almost 18 years old now. I'm not even a quarter of the way into my whole entire life. I have time to find Mr. Right. I don't have to settle for someone in high school to make me happy or make me feel like whole or anything, like my other video, you know. If someone makes you happy, hang out with them, spend time with them. We are humans, we are made to love. That is a given. But we are not made to be someone else's item or possession. As girls, we need to protect our rights. We need to stand up for ourselves. We have the right to be like, no, I don't want to date you. We have goals, we have values, we have ambitions, and we have our futures ahead of us, and we don't need stupid teenage high school boys to ruin that for us. Don't let boys and drama pertaining to boys get in the way of your life. Yeah, there's going to be that stupid petty high school drama, and there's going to be people writing your name on the bathroom wall, but don't let them win. Someone's always going to have something to say about you, and you just gotta let it go. Turn the other cheek and be like, I'm gonna be the bigger person. I am going to stay true to myself and I'm not gonna let you bother me. That's my 2 cents. And I hope you guys like this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you like these sort of talking videos. And please comment with what you guys think I should do for my next back to school video. So I will talk to you all in my next video. Bye!